So you may have noticed something a little bit differently. Let's get the elephant out of the room. Go, you little rascal. That's right, you may have noticed. My microphone isn't hooked up to anything. This is a prop, so I don't look awkward reading my phone. Oh, and there's a green screen. Probably gonna look like an early Jeremy Johns video, but we could go to any magical place we want. Wow! Put something controversial. Put up some animals. Don't put up furries. Okay, anyways, there's bot shots. First off, special thanks to my members for the support. You guys don't have to. It's not really a requirement, but you guys did it anyways, so I appreciate it. You know, I often forget these actually had a game, not just the various ones online, but an actual purpose and not just cute little fidget toys. And it was basically rock, paper, scissors, thanks to the game piece you can spin in their chest. Basically, blaster beats fist, fist beats sword, and sword beats blaster. Both opponents would choose their bot shot, transform it, and let them smash, causing them to not only automatically transform, but reveal what you picked. But the event of a tie, the highest number on the side would win. If that's still tied, I don't know, play actual rock, paper, scissors. It's a simple idea, but I'm not sure it caught on like Beyblades in the early 2000s. But you know what? It doesn't really matter because they make for adorable fidget toys of the Transformers characters. It only lasted 2 years with singles, multi-packs, and more. So going in order, here's every single bot shot to ever exist. Series 1, aka the first year, was influenced by G1 in the movies, but nothing was set in stone since the line wasn't part of any direct continuity. The single packs and launchers were numbered specifically, and this first line all had the same general transformation. Each single pack wave also featured a limited chase figure in transparent plastic. Of course, Bumblebee was the first one with the traditional head and movie bumper. Starscream followed up with his classic helmet, but missing most of the blue. Optimus Prime opted out for the long-nosed cab and trailer, and to counter Bumblebee, they also issued Barricade with his spiked head. Sentinel Prime was the first chase figure in an energized red based on his appearance in Dark of the Moon. Wave 2 had Mirage with an alt mode and torso details influenced by his not-so-Mirage movie form, aka Dino. Ratchet had the wheels stored like the movie, but I love the crown. The desert-style Brawl is honestly probably my favorite bot shot they ever made. The chase figure was just a transparent version of Bumblebee. Wave 3 featured an animated-style Lockdown, someone paged Dr. Lockdown, but since the Seekers were made, why not do Thundercracker in blue? We also got Starscream's boyfriend Jetfire, and Topspin became the first wrecker in the line. For the chase, it looked like Dark of the Moon Megatron crawled out of a swamp with an oil spill, but I like the shiny helmet. Wave 4 brought in Ironhide that for some reason never got made in red, but I actually have this one. Then we also got Paraglide, which was kind of a surprise, and yes, I happen to have that one too. Jazz has the number 4, so I'm sorry, Studio Series. I'm sorry we blamed you for everything. It was never your fault. Big Man Leadfoot was the second of the 3, so we're almost there. And the chase figure was a crystal blue Optimus Prime. I want to put a Pepsi logo on it. Wave 4 started with Skywarp, who would surprise probably no one. Funny enough, with Roadbuster, this was the easiest version of the movie wreckers to get, and they were all weaponized. Megatron also comes back in full color with his truck form, and it loops back to Bumblebee donning his toy-style battle mask. Woo. Last but not least, they made a chase variant of Shockwave. Why don't I own this? 3 packs added more to the line rather quickly, and would normally release alongside the singles, bringing a lot of figures to the shelves. In the first wave, 1 pack had a black repaint of Megatron as the tank, and Nemesis Prime along with a chase-style version of Acid Storm. By the way, these aren't limited figures, they're just made in the same style. The other had Sentinel Prime released in colors, Prowl were used from Barricade, which is funny because Barricade was meant to be Prowl in the movies, and an alternate deco for Bumblebee again. Wave 2 had a pack with alternate decos for Powerglide, Jetfire, and Skyquake, which looked like a darker version of Acid Storm. The other pack had a colored Shockwave, which I want, a blue Brawl that looks like Legends Tankor, and a clear Ironhide. For launchers, the trailers could hook up to the vehicles or open with weapons deployed and a spot for the figure to launch. Optimus Prime was a no-brainer, but Megatron also got a setup. Kinda reminds me of that Dark the Moon Cyberverse toy. Wave 2 had a gray and gold Ironhide with the trailer that has a huge saw. Don't know why it's not red. And Starscream's trailer setup looked like the small ships from Dark the Moon. Lastly, Battle for the Matrix was an exclusive 4-pack featuring another Optimus and Megatron with their launchers, another Bumblebee, and Brawl finally in green. There was also a Matrix trinket to fight for. So that's all in Series 1, but for the following year, if you could count,
yeah, boy.
In Series 2, the gimmick changed to having about 4 different transformation features. The regular opening Bakugan gimmick, gimmick was still there, now called Blitz Shot, but activating different figures would do different tricks. Anything with Flip Shot would do a flip, anything with Jump Shot would jump straight up in the air, and Spin Shot can wind up and be kept in place until it's deployed with the torso spinning. The waves and releases were pretty much the same, with later ones being cancelled. In the first wave, to no surprise, there's a Flip Shot Bumblebee with a Prime style alt form and chest. But the head reminds me of the Classics Deluxe. Spin Shot Ironhide finally introduces him in red with a new mold. Jump Shot Shockwave had a Prime style tank. I know I'm repeating myself, but as a Shockwave fan, I feel insulted not having it. Chases continued with the transparent orange Sunstorm with last year's mold. Then probably my most wanted one is Jump Shot Optimus Prime, considering for some strange reason they base it off the Transformers Cybertron form. Speaking of, Spin Shot Scourge was also based on the same series, and I happen to have it. Flip Shot Brawl made it easier to get him in green, but that mouth is weird. The chase in the wave was a Jump Shot version of Cliff Jumper. Wave 3 starts with a Spin Shot Megatron, whose alt mode looks like his cannon on wheels. Twin Strike seemed based on his Beast Hunter's Legion toy, with a mouth like a carved pumpkin. Blitz Shot Inferno was repainted from Sentinel, but to define it, they colored it like Grapple. Then there's Blitz Shot Hound, repainted from Ironhide, and yes, I have it. Probably a bad idea to have a green screen with it. A Flip Shot Skywarp was the chase figure in transparent purple. The following wave was apparently cancelled, but we could have got a Jump Shot Prowl, who's ready to arrest you, and Twin Strike was recolored into Hydrax, who I've never heard of. Soundwave was this awesome satellite truck I could picture a news station using, but Smokescreen was weird. It's just a blue Jazz. They have the Prowl or even the Barricade mold, why not use that? There was a blue and white Skystalker too. Lastly, the chase would have been a Spin Shot transparent red version of the Technobot Straight. Repacks returned with another Bumblebee again, another Shockwave I missed, and another green Seeker that's Skyquake and not Acid Storm. Another pack featured a darker green Brawl, a colored Cliff Jumper, and the Cybertron-based Dirt Boss. Someone really likes Cybertron, and guess what? I like them. The second wave had Optimus Prime with more blue, a Cindersaur recolor, and Jazz in transparent clear. Scourge got a lot more orange, and much like Prime, Cup and Ironhide shared the same mold for some reason. Blitzwing is just a clear purple tank Brawl. In limited quantities, we also got a little Red Alert, and the weirdest Ultra Magnus, it's just Cybertron Optimus, but with light blue and white. It's so weird. Also, Mirage was transparent blue. That probably makes the most sense. The other pack had Twin Strike in orange, Skystalker in blue, and what a surprise, another Bumblebee. Can't have enough of those. Launchers continued, but instead of trailers, they were just basic launchers, but they had a lot of stuff to knock over. In the first wave, Spin Shot Optimus Prime finally got his Generation 1 style truck form, and Jump Shot Bumblebee was what everyone was begging for. Wave 2 had Spin Shot Cryo Scourge like Cryotech, and god, I think I need that Warpath. It is just way too adorable. The next two waves had 2 figures each, all cancelled. Starscream would have got the only redeco of the Flip Shot mold, and Flip Shot Hunger would have continued the Terracons. I don't know who Buzzclaw is, but I love his deco. Jump Shot Blue Streak made things with Smokescreen even weirder, because assuming Smokescreen is using the Diaclone colors, their name should have switched since Smokescreen should have had the red. We also got 5 packs introduced with the theme of either a specific deco or old combiner teams. And they were mostly repaints, mainly from last year's stuff, with a few exceptions. Polar Team had Optimus Prime, another Bumblebee, Jetfire, Mirage, and Ironhide in this icy deco. The 5 pack of Stunticons featured Drag Strip from Jazz, Breakneck from Topspin, a Clear Motor Master from Megatron, Dead End from Leadfoot, and Breakdown from Roadbuster. Wave 2 had a Fire Assault redeco of the main Decepticons with Barricade, Starscream, Megatron, Shockwave, and the subtle Lockdown. Autobot Air Force was obviously the aerial bots with Fire Strike from Starscream, Air Raid from Powerglide, Silverbolt from Jetfire, Quickslinger again from Starscream, and Skydive again from Powerglide. The next 2 sets I would have grabbed easily, but sadly they were never released. With the Combaticons, there's Blast Off from Jetfire, Vortex, Onslaught cleverly using Warpath, Brawl, which is obvious, and Swindle from Ironhide. Then there was the Protectobots that used Barricade for Streetwise, Blades was in Rescue Bots colors, Hotspot from Sentinel, First Aid from Ratchet, and weirdly enough, Groove was a tank using Brawl's mold. Both helicopters shared a mold, and they were the only two to use it, meaning that this mold never got released. Lastly, there's the Dragon Track, featuring a tournament-style setup, 2 launchers, the same G1 Optimus Prime in the truck form, and the exclusive Dragon-style version of Megatron. Now that's a lot for 2 years, but wait. There's more. Takara had their own version of the toys called Be Cool, which makes me want to wear cool sunglasses and do rad tricks at the skateboard park. These had new prints on the chest, so Japan had to do rock, paper, scissors the old-fashioned way. I wasn't going to talk about these, but 1, there's enough changes to them with some featuring alternate decos, and 2, the names. What was the thought process? Bumblebee is a yellow sports car. Why don't we name him Yellow Sports Car? Weirdly enough, these just kinda came out with no heads up or any promotion. Going in order, there was Patrol Car, which was Prowl, Ambulance was Ratchet, Trailer was Optimus Prime, Yellow Sports Car was Bumblebee as mentioned, Red Jet was Powerglide, Tank was Brawl but blue, Fire Truck was Sentinel Prime, Red Sports Car was Mirage going into the Dark the Moon Dino, Blue Sports Car was Topspin, Black Off-Road Car was Ironhide, White Jet was Jetfire, a Special Sports Car gave us Bumblebee, finally, what we've been asking for, Garbage Truck was a clean Optimus Prime based on Japanese garbage trucks, Highway Patrol Car was Patrol Ratchet in movie green that looked like baby vomit. Blue Jet was Thundercracker. For some reason, Green Sports Car was a Green Jazz, but at least they kept the number. Battle Tank was Shockwave. American Patrol Car was Barricade. And Tank Lorry was Megatron with an amazing name. Oh look, it's Tank Lorry, wow! Trailer launchers continued with Trailer and Trailer Base being Optimus Prime, Rescue Car and Rescue Base with a red version of Ratchet and Ironhide's trailer, Yellow Jet and Air Base was a colored Sunstorm, and Hyper Tank and Hyper Tank Base was Megatron. But wait! There's more!
Like that's ever gonna happen.
To tie into the series Transformers Go, the Sword Bots were made into a 3-pack of repaints with Kenzin from Barricade, Gano from Sentinel Prime, and Jinbu from Powerglide. That would be it, but recently, a train-themed series collaborated, and somehow they made 3 of the characters into the Bot-Shot style. Shinkalion, I think that's the series, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but they used the engineering with new molds. Now for more of the cancelled stuff. Rom the Space Knight could have finally been introduced, but they sadly turned it down. I guess they just hate money. There's also multiple listings that could mean anything. There's a Ring of Fire Battle pack, a Stunt and Speed Bumblebee set, a Stunt and Speed Galvatron, a few other Stunt and Speed sets with no names, a Stunt and Speed Metro Titan, a Stunt and Speed Metroplex, and a Dinobot 3-pack. Also as a bonus, the promoted game had 2 known bot shots with Ultra Major and Fun King. I'm saying to clarify, Fun King. But that's it for the line. I mean, that's pretty much everything that released, and other than the train set, everything's just lost to obscurity, and we might never see it again. Wait a minute, what's that? What's that, ladies and gentlemen? A shining light? What is this Harry Potter mumbo jumbo? That's right, with the release of Transformers 1, some gimmicky toys of the past were remade, including the return of Bot-Shot's Optimus Prime as Orion Pax and Megatron as D16. You have no idea, this might be the most exciting set to date. I just don't like the name so much. I don't know who thought of that. You know, Bot-Shot's had a short run, and it'll never top what I remember from Beyblades or Bakugan growing up, but that's fine. They made for awesome fidget toys before fidget toys was a big deal. Hopefully one day the idea will flourish one more, but until then, I still absolutely adore these. Jesus.